Hello, my name is Kurt, and today I'll be documenting my experience in Wurm Unlimited. Now, I used to play Wurm online many years ago when it was free to play, and it was a good way to get into the game, but the problem was that it had a skill limit of 20, and with a skill limit of 20 you could do a lot of things, but it just gives you a basic concept and a basic grasp of the game. As you can see here, this house that I'm building now requires around, I don't know, I'd say 16 or so carpentry. Let's just say I got to 20 carpentry and I maxed out all my skills at 20. After I built this house, I'm kind of limited in what I could do. And in Wurm Online, I think you had to pay either real life currency or you had to grind out a lot of time in the actual game to get in-game currency. I think it was silver or something, and you used that to sort of buy a month of no restrictions. It worked on some sort of concept like that, and it was kind of a pain in the neck. And now with Wurm Unlimited, you pay the initial price and you're free to do as you choose. No limitations, no nothing, depending on which server you choose. Now the server I'm currently playing on, it has skills that increase a little bit faster than the original, because in the original game it took forever to do anything. Now the beauty of this game is that everything you see is pretty much player made. You see those houses over there in the distance, that's player made. That tower is player made. That bridge over there is player made. That boat next to the bridge is player made. Everything is player made. You could change the environment, you could do a lot of things, and that's the beauty of this sandbox. But it's not easy. Other people may say, oh, it seems pretty cool, seems like Minecraft, seems like Rust. Well, let me tell you, this small house that I'm building right now, I haven't completed it, and I'm not close to completing it either. And it took me around 14 real-life hours. Yes, you heard me right, 14 real-life hours. And that's coming from a person that already had experience in Wurm Online. I knew how to build houses, I knew the basic concepts of the game, so I got into it a lot quicker. For anybody new, you're going to be completely clueless and you're going to be completely lost. And you may lose interest in the game fast because you don't know what to do and everything seems so difficult. But if you hang in there and you learn, it's a very rewarding and beautiful game. It's very relaxing, very peaceful. It has a great community. I am playing right now on the Zenath, I believe that's how it's pronounced, server. You can see that here about Zenath, and there's people chatting. There's around, I don't know, 70 people online right now, which is a decent amount for Wurm, It's not too, you could say, oh, 70, that doesn't seem like a lot. But in this game, it is a decent amount. You don't need too many people. What else did I want to get into? So basically, I'm documenting my experience on the Zenath server. And what I want to tell you guys is, for anybody new, you see these walls right here. For anybody thinking this is an easy game, one of these walls takes 20 planks and one large nail. Now you may say, oh, that doesn't seem like a lot. Well, it is. Let me walk you through the simple steps of making planks and building a house and so forth and so on. See this? I just chopped down this tree earlier. I chopped it into logs. I pick up this log. Give me a second. Pick it up. Okay. I have to now equip my saw, which is equipped already, and create construction material, and I have a 67% chance at making a plank. Now when you start this game, you have like a 50% chance or even lower to make a plank. Now as you see, I made one plank. Now I have to do this pretty much 20 more times, and sometimes you succeed and sometimes you don't with a low skill level. So you have to do that 20 times, and then you get over encumbered. Let me drop this for a second, drop it on the ground. Yeah, I'm moving super slow right now because I have a lot in my inventory. But you can make carts and all this stuff, but the carts aren't that easy to make either. But it makes it a rewarding experience because nothing's easy. Your hand isn't being held in experience at all. You have to learn and figure out all this stuff through experimentation or constantly checking the Wikipedia or whatever, Wurmpedia. As you can see here, there's a person building a little hut down here. I saw them working on this yesterday. This is Nano Elite. I guess he's my neighbor. He's making this little hut for himself here on undeeded land, which I am doing as well. Now, getting into deeds and settlements and stuff like that, it requires a monthly upkeep. You have to, not real-life currency, but in-game currency. You have to have a certain amount of silver, and you have to have a certain amount of resources to upkeep your little settlement and house. Because if you do it on this undeeded land, it breaks down quick, and you have to constantly repair it and do all this sort of stuff. Now, living next to this person named Bogart. Let's go into his house, shall we? Check his storage bin. Now on this server I can't really steal any of his stuff, which is a nice feature because why would you want anybody to steal all your stuff when you work so hard for it? But I did go into his mine, which is conveniently located in this area. That's why I chose to build a house here, because I am literally a couple feet away from a mine. And he built a forge which I could use. I can't use his large cart or anything, but as you can see here, there's a bunch of iron veins and marble and a bunch of other stuff that proves useful. But not all mines are public mines. He didn't build a door to his mine. If he did, I would have absolutely no access to it. Or if it was on his settlement, if he bought a settlement deed, I could not access his land. I could walk on his land, but I can't do anything. I can't mine in his mine and all that stuff. So the great thing about it is you could build a house, and if he wanted to deed his location, he could, but he has to take into account my little house here. So he could pretty much deed a perimeter up to that mine, and all that stuff would be his, but he can't touch sort of my area here, which is cool. So that gives an advantage to new players who just want to start building everywhere. Now, I just ran out of stamina just by walking around, and my stamina is replenishing at a slow pace, but I am currently low on water and sort of low on food. Now, as you can see here, I planted some strawberries. You see a farmer's field. It could use a touch from a rake or another farming tool. So, get your rake, if I can equip one, there we go, and what do I do? Farm. See? Rake in the field. Start removing the weeds. There you go. Looks a lot better, huh? Now this will take a couple of real life days to actually produce some crop. But let's just go exploring for a little bit, shall we? Let's check out the overall beauty and the peacefulness of this game. I really like the soundtrack. The soundtrack is really awesome, even in Wurm Online. It adds the relaxing experience. There is PvP in this game, there is combat in this game. A lot of people say that the combat may be a little lackluster, but I disagree. You know, for this game, it's pretty awesome. I never really did any PvP stuff, but you could skill into priest and summoning, and you could tame animals, and you could start your own farm, and you could also invade other people's land in PvP and do a whole bunch of other things. And overall, it just gives the game an extra feel to it. It gives it a little bit of a competitive edge, because if you're playing on a non-PvP, strictly non-PvP server, you know, you're just going to be building, farming, etc. So as you can see here, we have somebody's cabin here, Hunter's cabin. This is a player built 2. Now I don't know if this person's name was Hunter or whatever. Oh yes, this is very damaged. So this player hasn't logged on in a while. Now if you don't log in a while on undeeded land, this will soon decay and completely fall apart, and this will become available to any other player, you see? So this guy probably just started the game and just got kind of bored, or just quit, whatever, and, you know, this is just all going to go to waste. He has a little nice fence here. Now please excuse the rendering. I mean, I am trying to record this and play this at the same time, so there may be a little bit of lag, there may be a little bit of graphical glitches here and there. And I'm going to show you guys an example of deeded land. As you can see here, Faxon, that's his shack, that's his little house right there that he built, and he has a sort of spirit guard here, you know? Spirit Templar, or whatever. That means, and there it is, a settlement token. That means this is his land. And he has a little guard, so if enemy mobs come here, they'll be taken care of, because on undeeded land, you could log in sometimes and you have a troll, or you'll have like this big spider on your doorstep, or in your house even, you know? So the purpose of deeded land is that it allows more protection. And as you can see here, he's been building some wooden planks, some other stuff in there. Sorry, I am currently low on stamina, and this is part of the beauty of the game. You move at a snail's pace. I'm gonna have a drink of water to kind of speed that process up. And I'm gonna show you guys the main area over there, and if you see those buildings in the distance over there, in that direction, if you can see my mouse cursor, I was there yesterday, and it's undeeded land, and a person has a farm, a pumpkin farm, and a bunch of other stuff, and I was really low on hunger, so I just took one of his pumpkin crops. They weren't online, and I don't see them to be online today either, so maybe it's abandoned, I'm not sure. But, you know, the community in this game is friendly and very helpful, you know. If you take one pumpkin crop, you know, they're not going to be all over you or anything, but there's strict rules about griefing and all this other stuff, but you can't really grief in this particular server because there's a lot of rules. Even on undeeded land, you can't steal stuff from people's bins and boxes and carts and stuff like that. You can't destroy people's stuff either, so that's pretty cool. Some statues over there, like I said, all player built. We're gonna take the road, okay? We're gonna take the road to the main sort of area here. Now I'll show you this road for a second. See that all that flattened stuff there, all that flattened dirt and stuff, round cobblestone, that's all player made. You know, without players intervening, the land would be pretty much like this. Now see, I'm on roads, and it makes me move a lot quicker. Statues, player made as well. Sorry if the ground kind of loads in a little bit slow. Like I said, I'm trying to record and play at the same time, so it'll have a bunch of graphical errors and lag, so I assure you that the game isn't like this if you're playing it like without recording or anything. It's a lot prettier and a lot nicer. Now you see that huge thing? That's player made too. It's a massive shed, some sort of tower, you know? That's pretty awesome, huh? You could build that, but it takes ages, I would presume. Even as a door in the middle of it, I don't know how that's gonna work. This is an inn, player made, you know, you could just walk in here. The Iron Inn. I'm not sure if there's much to do in here, or if the door will even open for me. The door's not wanting to open for me. But these lamps and all this stuff is player made as well. We're gonna take the main road. I see somebody's little cottage over there or something. We're gonna take the main road to the spawn area, where you first enter the server, first enter this game. You will be in that area that I'll show you soon. Now this is some land next to me. Like I said, these videos are just going to be documenting my experience as a sort of a new player and just enjoying everything the game has to offer. And I don't think he has any locks on his door. Nope, he doesn't. So technically, I could take this ladder all the way to the top, can I not? Let's see, opening, climb up, yes. Okay, I know, oh, whoop. I don't know what I just did. Okay, let's try this again. Climb up. Okay, so it does it automatically. And I would have to climb up again. And climb up again. Like I said, this game is very old school. The HUD and all the controls and everything may seem a little bit awkward, but whoops. But as an old-time gamer, you know, I'm used to this stuff. You know, I used to play Dark Age of Camelot, where you had to like type stuff and EverQuest and stuff like that. When you wanted to talk to NPCs, you couldn't just click on them. You had to actually type like slash hail and stuff like that, and then continue a conversation with NPC. As you can see here, I'm on the top of the tower. There's moons and suns and awesome sky stuff, and now that shining stuff there tells you where the main city is. So I'll get a good glimpse at this person's property here. It's pretty cool. Let's take this down. I could jump down, but it's gonna give me it's gonna damage my character. A bit closer to the ladder. Okay. Whoops. See, like I said, this game is not necessarily super refined. Whoops, I'm climbing up. Whatever, let's just drop down because this is getting annoying. Oh, I don't think I can. Let's climb down again, climb down again, climb that. I'm sure there are like macros and stuff like this that'll make all this stuff an easier process. But like I said, I'm fairly new to the game. But for what I've been playing, I've achieved a lot so far. Like I said, for 14 hours of real-life game time, I have a fairly decent house already. But most of it is because I actually stumbled upon that land, and that guy Bogart, I haven't seen him log on yet, so he just kind of left all that stuff there. So I got to use his mine and his forge and all that stuff, and it made stuff a lot easier. Because earlier yesterday, when I was playing, I was mining on my own in a completely other part of this world, and I built out a pretty big mine, and then some new players came in and they started mining my iron and stuff like that, and I really didn't complain and all that stuff. I let them have it, you know, because they're new to the game, so they could learn very easily through that. I told them how to do a couple things. They asked me, oh, how do I make a campfire, how do I smelt iron, all this stuff. I told them all that stuff. See, these are the pumpkins that I stole one crop of yesterday. And like I said, farming isn't easy in this game either. So I just gave you a quick glimpse of this area right here on the Zenath server. We're gonna take the main road to the main spawn area, and then I'm gonna call it quits for this first video here. Because my gaming videos, they don't seem to get much attention at the moment, which kind of sucks, but it doesn't really bother me, because I try to make my YouTube channel as varied as possible. So let's take this road down here, shall we? North to Ironton, okay. And another thing about this game is that when you get lost, you're lost. You know, good luck to you. You could try talking to the people that are currently playing on the server as well, but them trying to give you directions will not necessarily be the easiest thing either. You have this little compass here. You have to stand still just like in real life for the compass to light up here, show you the right direction. Okay, I'm not the best compass type of person, but I think I'm heading east, I believe? I don't know. So yes, mapping and all that stuff. Like, this is the map, right? That I just pulled up. It doesn't really show you much, does it? It shows you the world, it shows you the sort of places you could go and the PvP areas and stuff like that. But I don't know where the hell I am in this big world. I really don't know. So you have to map out things on your own, and that's what gives it an old school feel, and it makes it even more rewarding, because sooner or later you'll know your way around this player-generated, well, player-made world. Everything was handcrafted, and it took hours and hours to make. So you kind of learn your way around this player-made, you know, world, and you get to know where your house is, and if you get lost, you're kind of screwed. You have to wander around for a couple of real-life hours to figure out where you are. This is somebody's unfinished walnut large cart. As you can see here, this is what a large cart looks like, and it's completely unfinished. It takes forever to make one of these. The one that I have currently is a small cart. It's fairly easy to make. Is this a small cart? Yeah, that's a small cart. I have one of these. You could pull it yourself, but it makes you move super slow. With these large carts, you could actually tame animals and hook them up to this cart and make moving things along the map a little bit easier. Now this is a troll, I believe. Statue of a troll, yes. That's player made as well. That's one of the mobs in this game. They're pretty hard. We haven't seen a lot of mobs at the moment, but I ran into a lot of mobs yesterday. It sucks that I'm not running into them today. But you have your typical. You may say that, oh, this doesn't seem like there's too many creatures around, but there is. There's pigs, there's sheep, there's wild animals such as wolves and cats and bears and boars and spiders and all these things that try to attack you, and you could sort of attack them. You could kill them. You could skin them. You could take their corpses. You could cook. You could cook their corpse, well, their meat, whatever, as nutrition. Oh, there's a corpse here I could actually show you guys. So somebody, I think that's a corpse of a bear down there too. So as you can see here, somebody killed a lurking black wolf, and they butchered him. As you can see, his organs are out. Poor guy, they didn't even bury him. I could do that if I wanted to, I think. As you can see here, it's a very slow-paced game. It takes me ages to make it to the town center. And I'm not really that far from the town center. Yesterday, I was really, really, really far away. So I don't even know how new players made it there, but they did. And, trying to find this, you just follow the light, which is cool, but trying to get back there, I don't even remember how to get back there. Oh, there's somebody's corpse. I don't know who that is. See, these are player farms right here, just to give you a glimpse into the depth of the game as well. You have some pumpkins, you have some crops here, I think, like corn or something. Then you have cotton, which is used to heal yourself. Bandages, as you can see here, I have a little red line. I'm currently injured. You could go into your character screen. You could see exactly where you're injured. I have torso wounds. You could screw up your head. You could screw up your all this stuff, and it takes a while to heal and has different penalties depending on what happens. Now you can see here that's a tent. You get a tent when you first start the game, I believe. I should have a tent somewhere. Yes, tent, cotton, and that's your temporary shelter in the beginning. That's how you start off. I didn't really use it because I just started building automatically because I kind of knew what I was doing because I came from Wurm Online. Now, let's see if we can... Okay, I made it to town center. This is where you spawn. It differs depending on which server you start on, which world and all that stuff. And yes, all this stuff is player made as well. I just ate this food here, and it's cool because it's free. You eat it and it replenishes all your thirst and your hunger, and it really helps out new players. If you're new, just come back here and eat. You don't have to deal with casseroles and cooking and all that stuff yet because it's a real huge pain in the neck. Just to give you a glimpse of cooking. You take this pottery bowl and you walk around. Oh, there's another player. Hello? Mind Blight. Let me kiss him right quick. Emotes. Nice. Kiss.
Mwah.
So that's that. I think he may be a new player. He just said LOL. He just blushed. So yeah, there's fun interaction. Like I said, the player base is really cool, very friendly, very mature, unlike most games today. You go into Rust, you'll get pretty much killed on spot and stuff like that. Okay, so I am going to head out this way again. I'm gonna make it back to my actual place. So that's just me documenting my quick experience in Wurm Unlimited. I plan on making more making more videos, but this video has just been a glimpse into my sort of experience into it so far, and sort of sharing with new players or anybody interested in this game that is viewing my channel. Get it. I mean, it's cool. It's only like $6 during the holiday thing, and it's hard to get into. Like I said, you might not get into it if you're used to like newer games. But if you're an old school gamer and used to play, EverQuest, because this is essentially an MMO. You played EverQuest and stuff like that. This is sort of like the building and settlement equivalent to that. like I said, there is combat I would like to show you guys, but I can't find any mobs. There is some sort of black wolf here. Let's see here. Let me equip this. And my shield. Where is my shield? I don't know where the hell I put it. Let me show you the combat really quick. Whoops. Let's see here. Combat. Attacks target. Alrighty. Can I hit it? You target an old black wolf. Did I smack it? There we go. I'm sort of hitting it. See? My shield and my sword. As you can see here, the combat is just as slow as anything else in this game, but there is some nuances to it. See, you could attack certain parts of the body and it'll do different damage, it'll hit different organs, stuff like that. And this is just the very basic of the combat, you know, it gets more advanced. And as you can see here, I'm gaining skills. Medium wooden shield increase, long sword increase, pretty much everything in this game has a skill. Even climbing, even swimming, all that stuff. The higher your skill, the faster and easier things get. So this is going to be my quick video right here. If you guys are interested, if you're buying the game or whatever, hit up the Zenath server and message me. My in-game name is Smurf, so just send me a tell, whatever, and I'll help you guys out. Like I said, I have a decent plot of land. I'm just getting started, so if you guys are interested, just join me. And I'll hook you guys up with the basics of the game. I'll teach you. And I'll give you some materials and I'll show you how to do things, and you could even build a house or a settlement, whatever, next to me, and it'll be cool. We could be neighbors. So now I'm butchering this guy, this animal with a rake, I believe. Not the most productive thing. I failed to produce anything. I think I need a butcher knife would be nice, but I think a carving knife will do. Where the hell? Another thing with this game is that the menus are a bit small and I have pretty bad vision. I think I screwed it up already, so never mind. I can't really do anything. See, as I failed to produce a paw, I failed to produce animal fat. I produced black wolf meat, though. And I could cook that into a meal. Where is it? Black wolf meat. Oh, I didn't take it. See? Another thing with this game is that you have to remember to loot things. Now, if I could only remember where that corpse was. Oh joy, there it is. Hello Black Wolf, open. Take just for later, so I don't have to travel here. And my main goal at the moment is to sort of build a water type of thing and build a better cooking setup so I don't have to travel to the center of town to replenish my food and drink all the time, because it's a little bit annoying. But anyway, guys, this is just a little minute glimpse into the game. This is just a very small part of this particular world, but I'm just kind of used to wandering through these parts so I don't get lost. But if you guys are interested in joining, like I said, just hit me up. I'll take you to my settlement. I'll help you start out with the game, and we could have a great time. If you're not if you're just interested in the game, playing single player or whatever, it's a very similar experience, except it gets a bit lonely at times. So if you're just interested, check it out. There's more servers and a lot of stuff to do anyway, but I'm playing on one of the more populated servers. That's why I chose it. So anyway, guys, I just ran out of stamina because I'm injured. Cheers. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. My name on Steam, by the way, is Sir from Smurf City. So you can add me on Steam as well. I play Smite and a bunch of other games. So, peace out.